So the right type of hardware would really be dependent on what you want to use in your store. There's a couple things to consider because, if you're limited on counter space or you're crammed up against the wall or the way it was built out in your store is also going to play a part on which hardware you should use, right? Maybe you don't have enough room for a larger monitor, or maybe the customer facing display, if it's attached to the back of the hardware, isn't going to be relevant because it's facing some other device or some other unit or something that's blocking it while the customer stands on your right or stands on the left. So first of all, assessing what your counter space looks like and what is comfortable for both you and your staff. Depending on the staff and how and who works with you, right? So we found that if they're an older person, they want something big. If they're a younger person, they're fine with small screens and they can get away with the small picture. Some people like no gloss, anti-glare on the screen. Some people don't care. The younger ones especially don't care because we're used to our smartphones. So I would say that you would want to start assessing and really looking at which hardware should fit and based on the individuals that you're working with. And then, of course, when it comes to mobility in the store, right? With Cheers, you can access, since we're cloud driven, you can access it from any device. But then the next question is, which one can I work most effectively on, right? So say you're doing inventory in the back room. You can use a tablet. Is that tablet going to work well with the scanner that is got that Bluetooth? Maybe it won't. So I think it's important to consider, does this tablet, is it compatible with the Zebra scanner? Is it compatible with a different type of scanner that's out there? A lot of times I found that store owners are so fixated on the idea of like, I'm cool and fun and techie guy, and I'm really going to be innovative, but really the practicality is lost at some point. There's just, prime example, say that you're doing inventory and you're on a tablet, right? You pull it up, you scan it, and then you pull up, then you got to pull up your keyboard. So then you got to pull up the 9 key. So that's 1 click, 2 clicks. Then I got to punch it in, 3 clicks, press enter or go. And then it brings you to the screen. Whereas if you were, say, on just a straight, nice, traditional laptop, and you've got it on a mobile cart, you've got a wireless scanner, and you scan, and it pulls it up, you enter 2, enter, go to the next one, scan, enter, value, done. So I think that there are some elements that we kind of get lost in the idea of really, I feel like this is going to help me, when it really doesn't help you. Like, tablets were a thing, and I think they're still a thing, but they're really kind of been replaced by the phone because, you don't really get much difference. You don't really get much value. But even though you might have one, doesn't mean you really need it. So I think that when you're assessing different hardware, you want to consider, okay, these are the things I really need. These are the things that I find the practicality behind them, and how effectively will they let you do your job on a daily basis and most effective. We do have bundles that we've put together that were tested and true. I think it's also important, if you're going to pick a provider, that they stand behind their hardware. We like to stand behind all our major units for over 5 years, and then all the products we use have a lifetime, and those will be serviced from us because you bought them from us. But also ask about that in case you're looking for a provider, when it's, okay, what hardware, what does that look like? When it comes to credit cards, though, those can't be reused. A lot of times there's security restrictions and encryptions that belong to you. So if you're looking to take on hardware, it'll be set to yourself. If you're looking to exit and you're leaving your store, have those new devices be replaced without your information on it. So